Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis 4. We're playing as Mulhouse. We're going for the Everything is Coming Up Mulhouse achievement. We have to become Emperor of the HRE and have it fully decentralized. I accidentally hit unpause here for a second, so we lost a few days. Nothing much happened. Military access. We now have conquest against Burgundy. I think we just made the claim at the end of the episode. And we gained some free government reform progress because free thinkers are not persecuted in our country. And of course they're not. Why would they be? Free thinking is good as long as it's in the right direction. Now we're quite a bit away from the next admin tech here for more ideas, so we're probably not going to make much use of the minus 10% idea cost. But otherwise, this seems quite alright. Now, what's going on? I believe we have tons of aggressive expansion. And we do. So we're gonna have to pass some time here not attacking. We can still plan our wars and, get ready for them. We do have a lot of manpower once more. Partially because we were forced into peace. Well, just have to spend so much time at peace because of the aggressive expansion. And also because I used some mercs to bolster my numbers and giving me a secondary manpower pool there. Yada yada, military access. Yeah, wars are ending. That's all fine. I can invest in new technology. It's red because, not because it's ahead of time, I don't think. I think it's red because of the innovativeness availability. 77 days left. But it would cost us 50% extra. I don't think that's worth it. People have been taking tech very far in advance of time. Yes. 77 days doesn't even mean another yearly tick, so yeah, we'd pay the full 50% extra. I don't think we're going to go for that. Nah. I'd rather spend all that dip on development or something. I think I had something else in mind, didn't I? No, I had other development in mind. I wanted to develop the iron over here once we have the new Lorraine provinces scored. Military access from Regensburg? Sure. I really wish we could start a nice war against Mr. Austria. But Castile and Hungary is a lot. I mean, Austria's already a lot, but Castile and Hungary it's a lot more. We might be able to... I mean, there's some force limit. Yeah, I know. How close are we to this core? Not very, eh? Fine, we're gonna have to do one more development click somewhere else. I believe I still have the edict on in some place or another. In the Palatinate. So Zweibrücken, Pfalz or Heidelberg. I think Zweibrücken was where I did my last development. And it's still cheapest. It looks like dip is awful here, but it's not. It just looks this awful because we've given away the monopoly over textiles to, I think, the clergy. Which I think is still fine. Election. Lottery time. 7 pips, that would be really bad. 5 pips, that would be really bad. And 9 pips. I think I'll have to tank our tradition a bit more here, because these are garbage. Normally I don't mind hitting the random button so much, but these are really bad. We're getting a lot. I don't care about the unrest. Oh, this gives a lot of reform progress growth. I didn't know. The rest doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna elect Helmut Ziegler here. Gives me a lot of mill, which I guess the best right now anyway, so sure. How old are you, Helmut? Probably like a million years. 58, no, okay. That might even have been a good investment. Because with the, what's it called? Our government reform, something with an S, right? Sortition. Our rulers rule for life, but they're usually old. Goods produce modifier, nice. Berg's no longer valid rival, that is not that great. Come home from Trent. Talk to Berg. Cancel that embargo, please. And look for another rival. Landshut or Milan? Is this the time where we break with Landshut? We do border them, which makes it more interesting to rival them than Milan. But they are my ally. Yeah, the only way we get into Milan is once we punch through Austria, or I guess if we get through these free cities here. Which you are, right? Memmingen, free city, Bregenz, not a free city. But still. So Milan doesn't really do anything. We lose Landshut as an ally. What would it do for us to have Landshut as an ally? You are no longer Catholic. So expanding into your territory would be very nice. Because I believe a lot of the people who hate me are Catholic. I mean, a lot of the people are Catholic around here. There are not a lot of Protestants anyway. These are Reformed. So it would be very good for aggressive expansion. I mean, less bad. But you add it to Austria, of course. I think I'll do it. I'll rival them. And they'll get to break their alliance with me, that's fine. And that's instant now, interesting. And I will issue an embargo. No, we have truce for 5 years because we just broke our alliance. Fine. Wish I could put my money to boats. But I can't. Okay. Sure. Now, if I were to declare on you, I mean, I have truce right now. Bohemia. Oh, that's because the no casus belli. But Austria is very happy to protect you. It's not going to be trivial to get into that. But we're not in a rush. Lost the claim on Ansbach. And Liège declared war on Berg. Oh, poor Berg. You looked better before. You have looked better. There's no way we can afford to take some Bergian land here, is there? People would hate it. Because we have these claims. And they're already being punished. But I don't think I can do it. Just can't take any land right now. Can't humiliate them because they're not my rival anymore. And I'm just gonna let it happen. Who are my other rivals? Provence, who have a truce with Austria, and then Landshut now. Yeah. That won't do much. Could still become Defender of the Faith. But the Ottomans are still somewhat scary for me. Cores are coming in. When though? November. That's this month. Okay, you're essentially done, but you still need until March. So I'd have to do one more click of development in Zweibrücken. Sure. There's the one core. This is just normal out of time tech now. And then speed 5 it a bit. Get me my core on Herzogenbar. Come on. Come on. There you go. State it because doesn't seem to be any reason not to state anymore these days. But ooh, hello. And And yes, I'll core it all. Now, what's my next seat in the Landtag going to be? I like it to be large provinces. But mine is very large. Because of the 10% modifier that we gain when we add it to the Landtag. Production efficiency, tax, manpower, sailors. So the more development they have, the better this is. The thing is, well, I don't have to give it to the burghers anymore because that's not a thing you do anymore. That's good. Yeah. I mean, we have the whole paper monopoly thing, but that's fine. Let's do it. And be fine for a while. Just a Dortmund. But, oh, I wanted to make claims on somebody. This is Burgundy. I lost claims on Ansbach. I do want to rebuild. And now I just lost it on what? Breisgau, I think. Yeah. It'd be very expensive to make Austrian claims right now, so I probably won't. My general died, well, he wasn't particularly good anyway. Or was it the one in the mercenaries? No, it still seems to be the same one. Yeah, I'll gain 2 base production. Heck yeah. And then we're gonna put some development into either Nanzig or Herzogenbar. No, Nanzig. It has to be Nanzig. So the cost is very high. Maybe I don't. I wanted to do it here because currently we do not have an embargo on iron, but that is prohibitively expensive. We do have an embargo on cloth. Not an embargo, monopoly. But that's true for most of our trade goods, so probably can't care too much for that. Interesting question could be whether we do it in Heidelberg or Pfalz. They're a bit more expensive than Herzogenbar, but Encourage is already on, so they're quite a bit more expensive. Never mind. So let's turn on Encourage in here. And then put some claims into this place. Clicks. Gain some more crown land for what it's worth. But this puts trades in the wrong trade node. Oh, there goes Fritz. Fritz has served us for a long time. But he's gone now. Oh, just Julius here for drilling. Bohemia is still the emperor. Good. I'm going to lose 10 prestige. Surely. Burgundy is dying to Savoy, eh? Fighting Savoy and Milan. Burgundy and Aachen. I don't think Burgundy can handle that. Might have a new neighbor soon. Savoy, who might not be the empire? There we are. Savoy isn't the emperor empire. Don't like it. Do not at all like it. We're still really need 40 here. No, it doesn't say. I already have one here. Oh, I can make it. Never mind. The tooltip is borked once again, talking about admin cost for coring when I want to fabricate a claim. But I mean, yeah, there we go, 35. Come home from Burgundy, and then you're doing Ansbach. So do I want to do Austria, or is there somebody? Big claim on Verdun. Or on Landshut over here. Donauwörth. Sure. I think it would be Donauwörth. But I don't know that name even in German. I mean, Donauwörth would be the word. Would they? I usually have issues with the W in English, and now I have issues with the W in German. That's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna still keep on hitting that mercantilism button. Just grab a bunch of money. This would be enough money to give us a level 3 cent of trade. Which is tempting. Not sure it super matters whether it's in Strasbourg or in Mainz, but technically if we put it to Strasbourg, we might turn on the trade edict in our capital state, and it might be good. No? 1,000 ducats is a lot of money. But we'd gain 25 trade power, which is a ton. Switch spread, okay. And all owned provinces in the area gain development cost reduction, manpower, and more buildings. And now the area, is that the same as the state? It looks like it is. Alsace. If we put it into Mainz, we don't care about the state at all. It's a bit unfortunate that it's only a 2-province. Well, once we take Sundgau, a 3-province state. But I think I still want to do this. Spend all my money and upgrade the center of trade. Yeah, I think so. Now, do we get 35 now, or do we get 25? I think we get 25 total, right? Yeah. So now we just need to make sure that we don't lose Strasbourg, but that's something we want to do anyway. I mean, we do not want to do losing. Should probably check trade. Let's wait one more month. Here we go. Trade is at 1.66 ducats. If I now went and gave you protect trade, it costs me 0.3 ducats. We're currently making 11.66, and we're now making 12 to 8. So we wait more than 0.3. So it's actually positive now. Good. It's 50% cheaper to run edicts in your capital state, which is why it's sometimes good to run the trade one there. No longer get trade from Aachen. Some random rebels. And a claim on Ansbach. There you go. Come home and start claiming on... I guess we get Verdun first. Because I just don't see the war against Austria coming anytime soon. At least not in a positive way. Austria can want Bregenz, that's a bit unfortunate. Because they're just gonna eat it up. Bregenz, Bosnia, Mantua, and Brabant, yeah. And we're still way out of time. Well, not way. Getting closer to being able to spend our dip on actual tech. But I mean, having development is bad, right? I did Herzogenbar. I do have encouragement running here. So of course I didn't turn it off last time I noticed. Why would I? Let's put some clicks into here, I guess. And even an admin click somewhere. Sure. Might even have to do mill. Could use mill to buy some tradition. How much tradition do I get for that button? 3. That's a rough trade-off. We got absolutism for it, at least. Be a bit more interesting. France attacking Provence now. Well, soon there might not be any Provence for me to eat anymore. We still have a truce for 9 more years. 9? Truce to Nuremberg. Everybody wants military access. Sure. And we're capping out on that mill. Now, how is our tradition? Actually, decent tradition. I'm gonna hire a leader here. Gives me some professionalism. Just gives me a guy that's a bit better. Now, do I make Erich Häuser drill? I think so. I don't know if there's actually increased chance of death if you're drilling. You get the information in the death screen that says died during a drilling accident, but I don't know that that's actually a thing, or just a, hey, this guy was drilling, so that's what we're gonna call it. Pace and prestige for a half-price Diplo rep person, level 2. Yeah, get more dip we can't use. Or just get dev cost reduction, taxes, manpower, state maintenance in the Palatinate area. I'll take this. Not usually my choice. We're swimming so much in dip right now that... it's probably still wrong. I just don't like the super expensive development that we have to do here right now. Start claim on Constance. Yeah, we need to start spying on those Austrians. Probably also need to butter up the Pope again. How do you feel, Mr. Popeman? Yeah, a bit. Bit of butter never hurt anybody. I could technically do things with the Pope too. I think I have 3 cardinals, is that right? Because we conquered one? Yeah. Castile is 7, of course. I could invest my influence into a better chance of becoming the controller. Castile's invested 30, but I still don't know why I would. Could buy some of these things, but there's nothing that really seems... I mean, mercantilism, I guess. But I think I'd rather keep that for a rainy day. And mercantilism seems to be farming itself with the new estate system. At least as we're using it. How close are we to taking tech? I still have to spend some more melee. I mean, we know Zweibrücken is now even cheaper to develop in. So... might as well give it a click. It's probably gonna need 2. Let's just do it. Würzburg. Wait, Würzburg is alive? Did I eat Würzburg? Oh no, it's these people. Now, start of the new year, I'm gonna have a quick look at how our aggressive expansion is looking and whether we can start thinking about wars. I think we can start thinking. There's still some people who are quite irate. But not so much that we couldn't. Especially if we were to eat some heretic. Like Ansbach. Sure, it would annoy all these heretics up here. Which are actually the people who hate me most. But hey. Who do I need to fight to eat Ansbach? Bayreuth, and then Sovia, Magdeburg, Ulm, and Würzburg. We could use that to eat Ulm. Non-co-belligerent would cause a lot of thingamabob, aggressive expansion. But we'd get Ulm, which is Schwabien, if I'm not mistaken. It is. Just vassalize it. Maybe. Also we have Magdeburg, Ulm, and Würzburg. Let's come home from the Pope. I know I just sent you there. Denmark wants my help against the Swedish Independence War. Oh, the Danes are not looking great at this time. I understand why that independence was happening. And there's still 29k there. Sweden and Lithuania. They're fighting Mazovia and Dithmarschen. Oh, interesting. I'll be in a war with Mazovia, so they won't be able to join my war. Stop drilling, my friend. Get over there. Bring the mercs. I'll accept. Should probably go down a speed. Accidentally hit my volume button and therefore get a Spotify overlay, which I didn't want. Tempted to fire this guy. I'm gonna fire this guy. I want somebody that gives me combat stats. You be all attaché. Now we could go and try and help out the Danes. Let's see if they can handle themselves first. Those rebels are a problem. But we'll see. I don't really care about helping the Danes. All I want is to beat up Ansbach and have Mazovia not come in. Because now we're just beating small, tiny people. Which one's Bayreuth again? That one. And that would be Ulm, Magdeburg, which is here, and Würzburg, which is these guys. Okay. Kind of feel ready. We don't have all our morale, but they're going to take some time. I'm going to attack. We will have to fight a war to hide our coring. No, we don't. We're allied to the Emperor. Declare... Wait, did I just declare on Ulm? No. I was surprised Ulm was immediately in the war, but I guess that's also a change with the new instant diplomatic actions thing. Whew. I was not looking forward to a war against the Austrians all that much. I'm just gonna leave my mercs here. They're not the best of siege stacks or anything. They don't have a cannon and... well, the general has some siege pips, right? 3 of them. That's fine. Detach. Leave the mercs, everybody else. Go grab Ansbach and then probably straight up into beating... Yeah, we can't go to Bamberg because of the fort in Würzburg. But I feel like I can... do something like this. And I do have another general, right? Let's go get him. From Stuttgart, I guess. Do you have siege pips? Trier. No, you don't. Do feel free to attach wherever, I guess. Grab the other leader, get him on there. Now, there are things that can happen here. The Magdeburgians could send an army that makes this big enough to try to attack one of my stacks. Actually, I'm taking attrition. But just due to siege... I could reduce my numbers here, but that seems a bit risky to do right now. Speaking of numbers... It's May. Yeah, one more round. I think it's Pfalz this time. Cards on, influential power holders on. You just get 1 of each. Sure. Lost our trade conflict against Dortmund? Oh no. Well, the French probably want Verdun, right? They don't really. What do you want? Oh. That's fine then. Well, they might still take this land, but they are going to prioritize taking the other stuff. Still a garbage one here. Just going to fire you again. I want the one with combat stats on him. Muscovy got through their stuffs. Yeah, their brigands just got eaten. Turned into Vorarlberg, which is a skiing place in modern day Austria. Skiing place. People go there to ski. It's not one of these super rich ones, I think. It's one of the more affordable ones. Don't quote me on that. Skiing, well, I do kind of enjoy it. It's not really something I'm super invested in. Yeah, I mean, I need a click of mill, and I'm gonna need a click of dip, and I'm gonna need a click of admin probably. Let's see. Oh, Ruler's not very good at admin. What are we good at though? Putting cuts in videos. No, I'm very not good at that. I mean, I can make those cuts, but I am very bad at doing it in time. But it's almost in time now, so that's great. Let's see how the Danes are going to do here next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say, comment section right there. Get there. I also just caught up with all the comments I had piled up during my absence, so yeah, I'm back on top. I'm hopefully answering a bit more quickly now. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.